Welcome to Patscast. I'm Brad Whitaker. The NFL trade deadline has come and gone, and the New England Patriots have shocked the football world by doing absolutely nothing. I'm just kidding. We all saw that coming. Did you really expect Belichick to trade valuable assets with his job on the line? Or make a big splash mid-season and bring in a top receiver, which he's never done? And no, Mohamed Sanu does not count. Heading into Tuesday's deadline, there was much conversation about how at 2-6, the Patriots should sell some assets, particularly guys on contract years like Josh Uche, Kyle Duggar, or Michael Onwenu. If the Pats plan to let them go in the offseason, don't let them slide for nothing, although compensatory picks are still in play. There were even demands to trade Mac Jones, blow up the team entirely, and tank for one of the top quarterbacks in next year's draft. According to Albert Breer, the Patriots did receive calls about guys like Uche, Duggar, and Onwenu, but the return was not worth it. They didn't, however, receive any calls on Mac Jones or Ezekiel Elliott, so that wasn't even up for consideration. Nobody wanted them. But why would Belichick have an incentive to do anything? He's fighting for his job. And when you look at the remaining schedule, which I'll get to in just a second, there are lots of potential wins there. He's not going to trade Michael Onwenu, who just saved the offensive line being moved to right tackle. He's not going to trade one of the top DBs in the league in Kyle Duggar. Josh Uche was the only one who made any sense since he plays a very limited role. But if you can't get at least a fourth-round pick, it's not worth it. This is the team Belichick assembled, and if it's his last year in New England, he's going down with the ship. Let's just hope they bring back some of these guys next season because there has to be some core in place. Let's see a little urgency to actually improve this franchise. So while many believe the ship is sinking, I'm going to push back a little. Yes, the injuries are a real issue. Matt Judon, Christian Gonzalez, and Kendrick Bourne might be arguably their three best players, all done for the season, although we may see Judon back at some point. Their highest paid receivers, Devontae Parker and Juju Smith-Schuster, close to useless. Parker will likely be out a couple of weeks with a concussion. Smith-Schuster only got playing time last Sunday when both Parker and Bourne went down. It's not a good situation on offense, but there is an opportunity there to see what you might have. Demario Douglas is the next great slot receiver Patriot. I think that's pretty clear. He was a home run and should contribute for years to come, assuming he stays healthy. Jalen Reagor seems to be a better alternative to Parker, certainly faster. Tyquan Thornton, many have labeled him a bust. He's still having trouble picking up the offense, but he has to get some work because of the injuries and because he's capable of actually stretching the field a little bit. And hopefully, we see Kayshon Boutte again, who's been in the doghouse for 7 weeks after not being able to get both his feet down on a potential game-winning drive against the Eagles. These young guys will get their shot. Hopefully one or two succeed beyond just Douglas. And the Patriots actually have a young receiving core to build around in the future that just needs that number one guy we've been asking about for 4 years now. That said, at 2-6, I'm not going to write off this team just yet, especially after what happened with Buffalo. Our fans have been so spoiled for 2 decades, we don't know how to track actual progress. Did people really believe the Patriots were going to win in Miami? After the Buffalo victory, fans were so encouraged they thought the Pats would just march down to a stadium where historically they've struggled and beat the most high-powered offense in football. I mean, Tom Brady went 2-5 his final 7 games down in Miami as a Patriot. And those were against significantly worse teams than the one the Patriots faced on Sunday. I know the team is 2-6, but there has been real progress the last few weeks. Dallas and New Orleans, that was rock bottom for this organization. They still played a little better in Las Vegas, but still not great. Then they beat a very good Buffalo Bills team. In Miami, the Pats were still significantly better than what we saw against Dallas, New Orleans, and Vegas. They jumped out to an early lead. Mac Jones had more time to throw. The running game was, at the very least, existent. They lost to a Super Bowl contender in the October South Florida Heat. They entered as a 9-point underdog and were one defensive stop away from being able to tie it in the final minutes. There is something to build on there. Let's not forget, the Patriots have had by far the toughest strength of schedule in the NFL, but it gets much easier from here. As far as I can see, the Patriots have 9 games remaining and 7 of those are very winnable. Let's go through them. You have Washington, who just sold off two of their greatest defensive assets in Chase Young and Montez Sweat. Then it's the Colts over in Germany, certainly winnable. A bye week followed by the New York Giants, who currently reside in the NFL basement alongside the Patriots. Then it gets a bit tougher against the LA Chargers. However, they have to travel to Foxborough in December, and Belichick has always had their number. Mac Jones outdueled Justin Herbert 2 years ago against a team with a much better roster. Then you have the Steelers on Thursday Night Football. They have a ton of issues, particularly on offense. The Denver Broncos on Christmas Eve, a challenging venue, but not a good football team. And you have the New York Jets again at home. That's 7 games the Patriots will likely enter as favorites or slight underdogs at the very worst. The other 2 are Buffalo, who they beat, and Kansas City, who lost on the road in Denver last week. So let's not write them off just yet. Is a playoff spot likely? Probably not. But how many times have we seen the Patriots go on a long winning streak with a weaker schedule? It happens all the time. It even happened with Mac Jones in 2021. They won 7 in a row. If they get blown out by Washington, then we can talk about giving up. Okay, that's it for this week's Patscast. I'll see you Sunday with reaction to the game.